Well, there's definitely, I think, a new world order. I think the president has sought to it. There's a new world order in trade. There's a new world order in globalization and the way that we invest in our economy versus, foreign supply chains. There's a new world order, and the president is willing to shake up some old alliance structures. I mean, NATO, I think, is much different because of the president's leadership than it was 10 years ago. It was sort of coasting. It was effectively a protectorate of the United States of America. Obviously, you saw what happened in Venezuela. So, yeah, the president is putting a stamp on world history.
But you've predicted AI will disrupt 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs over the next 1 to 5 years.
We can't deny that it will also eliminate jobs and probably a large number of them. And so what we need to do is, as fast as possible, adapt people to using AI and find ways to create jobs faster than we destroy them.
A wonderful researcher by the name of Elizabeth Loftus, who's done some really fascinating work looking at planting false memories.
Right, here we go with this. You've heard of buy now, pay later. Well, Lauren, what's this about rent now, pay later?
It's a new option for renters who are struggling to make the monthly payment. You can spread your payments out. Companies like Flex and Affirm are letting users break up their rent sums into multiple payments throughout the month. So let's say your rent is $2,000. You pay $1,400 on the first of the month, the remaining $600 on the 15th of the month. Typically, it depends on the service that you use. You pay them a fee or a monthly subscription. But if you miss the payments, that's when the interest rates go way up. So look, I get it. Rent is expensive.
So today we have launched our drone first responder program. We have 6 drones located across the city, and it allows us to respond to any part of the city in less than 2.5 minutes.
We're going to have tremendous workforce availability. We're also going to have robots helping us. We're going to have a lot of robots helping us because we need it. And because we're going to town, we're building a lot between the AI and the auto plants. So we're going to need robots. We're going to have robots, but that's going to help us.
Robots hold steady hands in the operating room, and drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction.
Maybe crypto is actually built for the machines and we didn't even know it. And AI can easily handle private keys and easily understands transaction hashes and like how all this stuff works. It is money that is built for computers, even before the computers to intelligently handle it were built. So I find that interesting. And, perhaps those of us who were involved in crypto pre-AI were kind of just like getting the ground ready for the AI systems to have a fully developed financial system handed to them, for better or worse.
This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology.
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
I think stable coins could reinforce dollar supremacy, because with stable coins could end up being one of the largest buyers of U.S. treasuries or T-bills. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, if you are using a stable coin in Nigeria that's backed by the US dollar, you don't actually have to have dollars. It's on your phone. You can transact.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. I've seen estimates that just over the short term, stable coins could create $2 trillion of demand for U.S. treasuries and treasury bills. To put that in context, the number is probably about $300 billion right now.
We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stablecoins, and new payment systems.
Things the Department of Commerce is going to start issuing its statistics on the blockchain because you are the crypto president, and we are going to put out GDP on the blockchain so people can use the blockchain for data distribution, and then we're going to make that available to the entire government so all of you can do it. We're just ironing out all the details so we can do it.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services. It'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. But with today's announcement, we take a major step to bring healthcare into the digital age. Instead of filling out the same tedious paperwork at every medical appointment, patients will simply be able to grant their doctors access to their records at the push of a button. Just a button and you're all set, and all the information the doctor needs will be immediately transmitted.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
If we could tokenize all our ETFs, all $5.3 trillion of our ETFs, and provide that in a digital wallet, you could seamlessly, without fees, going from a digital currency or a stable coin or whatever that may be in your digital wallet and buy bond or stocks. And I believe that is going to be the future.
I believe we're going to be in the cutting edge of tokenizing bonds and stocks.
Coming.
And we have the technology now. The fact that we are now moving forward in tokenization, every bond and stock, is crazy. Yeah. We should be moving towards that frontier. Obviously, there's winners and losers and all that, but we need to be prepared for the tokenization. And it would democratize more finance if we tokenized bonds and stocks.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But because I give you the truth, you hate me. But remember, I'm just a watchman on the wall. And in 2026, it will be the beginning of global mass layoffs and the rise of the machines. Remember, 2026 to 2029, we are going to be on a wild ride. And we have the sheep sleep. They stay distracted on things that don't matter. My people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And that's because they're willfully ignorant. But they don't have long until reality is going to hit them in the face. And in 2026, we get crypto clarity before the midterms. And starting in 2027, the Hegelian dialectic is back. The divide and conquer, Democrat versus Republican. And they're going to ride it into the fourth industrial revolution. And since we have the genius bill, universal basic income is right around the corner, 2028, 2029. But we got China paying interest on their CBDC while the United States has no interest. And remember, that's a plan that moves in phases. And in the first quarter, I always tell you, we're going to get a pullback, but this year, because Japan is on the move, I see a pullback in the first and second quarter. And that's the reason why we got two repo operations. We got the Fed buying treasuries of front end $40 billion worth until April, plus the Treasury manipulating that long end of the yield curve because no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And yes, finances is boring, but when you understand what's going on, it's the most entertaining thing in the world. It's unbelievable how the sheep fall for it. And that's the reason why they don't teach finances in school. Now we have the Supreme Court is going to let us know the decision on these tariffs. Either way is going to be bad, but one is long-term, one is short-term. If they have to pay the money back, of course, that's short-term. But if tariffs stay on, that's going to be long-term inflation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And since the Fed is cutting and Japan is raising, we have $8 trillion sitting in these money market accounts, and that money is going to leave and find yield. And in 2027, that's going to trigger a collapse of this legacy market, and Democrats are going to play the blame game on Republicans. And by that time, of course, we'll have Jerome Powell with a rolled off in the sun. They printed 80% of all money in existence in 2 years, destroying the dollar, creating all this inflation, and then also destroying the legacy market, so therefore they can bring in the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And they did all this under Trump and Jerome Powell. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And in order to bring in the machines, of course, they need that black swan, that crisis. And that's the reason why we're hearing the drums get louder. We hear the hacks being done by AI, and of course, you got to watch out for the Birdman. So we're going to see distractions being stepped up, movie after movie, while they move in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And again, I want to thank all those who've been sending shout outs and cash apps. Keep it coming. Thanks for all the love. They've been coming in like crazy. And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto get a slight lift. We know tonight CME is going to open. It's going to move the market. And once yield rates start moving in the morning, we know it's going to move the market again. And we've had relief on the long end of the yield curve. And of course, that's going to move markets right back up. But like I told you in the first quarter, We always get a pullback. This time it's going to be the first and second quarter where we get a pullback. So we're going to continue on pumping and dumping. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Michael Saylor sends out the orange dots. So what does that mean? He's going to continue on buying. And why? Because he has the big banks 1,000% behind him. Remember, his job was to sell the narrative that Bitcoin was going to get rid of the banks, but now we can clearly see the banks were funding crypto from the beginning. And then we also had Epstein hands in there as you look at the emails. Guys, you're looking at a movie. Remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates to short end moved up, long end down. And we know the Fed is stepping in again this week to buy more of that front end. And we had the dollar down. And again, that's going to give relief to the markets, gold, silver, and of course, stocks and cryptos. And really give the emerging markets a break. And looking at the gold and silver prices, we can clearly see fiat is done. The only thing that's holding up fiat is the central banks. We already have big countries like Russia and China are already off the dollar. So the dollar is just going to have a slow bleed. And Trump's job is to devalue the dollar so he can devalue the debt to get us on a level playing field for this new digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at $3 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling on a daily basis during the week. And we have the Fed doing 2 repos every now and then. We have the Fed buying the front end of these treasuries. Again, they're going to be buying on the 10th. And you're talking about billions and billions. 55 billion over a few weeks. And we know that's going to manipulate the market. And then we have the Treasury manipulating that long end because we know no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have J.D. Vance speaking about Trump's New World Order. And we know he's using this terminology on purpose, but we know the true agenda. The New World Order really is the fourth industrial revolution, where machines take over the economy. And now that machines have money, they can run this economy without a human involved. And of course, you're going to have adversaries built in, China, Russia, Iran, to distract the people while you move in the agenda. We've seen this over time. I'm an old man, so I've seen it so many times. It doesn't fool me. Even if you're not conscious, you've seen it happen over and over again. In your movies, you always have the same adversaries. Your TV shows, social media, it's the same adversaries. And now they have us speaking in Marvel and comic book terminology. But the technology that they have behind the curtain is outright amazing. And we always hear about the chips coming from NVIDIA, but they don't even talk about the chips that we already had back in the 90s. How you think we got to supercomputers in the 90s? We were giving all this technology to China. And I brought you those videos time and time again. So if you're able to run simulations and you're using these supercomputers to do it, like BlackRock's Aladdin, you'll be undefeated because you run so many simulations, you'll be able to predict the future. And because we have so much data on the masses, we are creatures of habit. They'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. They'll be able to predict what you're going to do. And now that we have technology where they can read the brain waves, they also can know what you're thinking and then also send messages to the mind. And you're wondering why you're thinking certain things. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs were up at close on Friday. So was XRP, Solana, and Dogecoin. And now when it comes to Bitcoin, we have a new trading range that's around the 60,000 to 80,000. So we'll trade in this range until we get a catalyst to move us up or down. And how do we know? All thing we have to do is follow the Fed. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Cal. She says NBA star Giannis' stake is below 1% on a controversial deal that was signed Thursday. So you have the NBA star getting a piece of Kalshi. And remember, guys, this is all about adoption. They want to put gambling on blockchain and, of course, tokenize it. So therefore, they'll be able to tax it. That's what it's all about. You're talking about hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars that are underground that are never seen. Sports gambling is bigger than the game. And, of course, the NWO wants their cut. Now, I know we have the Super Bowl today. I was going to do a video last night, but, of course, I let King party. And, again, thank you for the shout-outs, the cash apps. It was definitely love. I still may do a video this afternoon touching on the Super Bowl. Remember, guys, sports is entertainment first. And it has always been scripted from the beginning. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.